put it beyond doubt that there was solicitation of bribes in a corrupt manner in the eyes of any sane and objective observer. However, I expect the media to spin the undeniable truth away or find creative ways to cast doubt on the evidence. 10 of the key statements articulated by Mrs. Jumat Peterson include the parts where she stated, among other things, that there is a predetermined outcome for my impeachment and that the ANC Chief Whip, Ms. Phemi Majodina, is the one who instructs the members of the committee on what to do in the committee. A project manager has apparently been assigned to the project. Both Mr. Janji and Ms. Majodina were very angry that they were not made ministers and therefore prepared to frustrate the impeachment process by delaying it until the end of my term of office. But upon being paid a large amount of money, in fact, they were prepared to delay if we are paying them that large amount of money. She had met with Mr. Janji and he was prepared to extend the inquiry, and Richard, I'm quoting, Richard was angry because he did not become a minister. And then also further quote, Ms. Majodina was particularly angry that the president chose Nokolo Ivit, who had forged a master's degree certificate. They wanted to know tomorrow if the deal was on or not. Number 3, my legal team, especially Advocate Mpofu, must raise points with the aim of delaying the process and go on another attack. That's a quote as well. Number 4, Cyril Ramaphosa was desperate to make an offer, but I must resign. We should talk this to these people, but have two-pronged approach by also pursuing her proposed approach of bribing members of parliament. Number 5, she had never attended the inquiry physically, but did so because my sister was there, with whom she was previously very close. Number 6, she had gone to see Richard, in brackets, because they had both worked for Cyril at the recent ANC conference held at Nazareth. She had saved Cyril at Nazareth and stood against Nomvula, and he also did not make her a minister. Number 7, Mr. Skosana must not tell me, as the public protector and Advocate Mpofu, about the proposed deal, but keep it between the two of us, in brackets. She also said that her career would be over because she would have accepted a bribe. Number 8, Richard Janji had changed and was no longer hostile to the public protector. That's what she said. Number 9, we needed to demand an audit of the committee members' attendance because apology for that. We are trying to make people to access the meeting.
Is it now?
Apology.
No, not now, not yet.
So number 9, we needed to demand an audit of the committee members' attendance because sometimes they were sitting in 2 or 3 meetings at the same time. And 10, Mr. Skosana should make an offer, in brackets. She can also be heard saying, how about 200,000? Phemi is greedy, the ANC is dead. However, the most concerning remark from her, which stand out for me, was when she observed correctly that this process will kill me. To that, my husband agreed and added that if it were for him, I would have resigned months ago to avoid the agony, but that I had insisted on getting the opportunity to tell my story, which is true. He also expressed frustration at the technicalities and the hanging and undecided court processes. The significant reaction from Mrs. Jumat Peterson was, "But the courts are with Ramaphosa." She repeated this chilling statement twice. As already indicated at the beginning, it is this remark which should be of concern to all South Africans, stated by an elected representative of the people from the ruling party. The WhatsApp references, when these recordings of the meetings are considered together with the WhatsApp messages exchanged between the two persons, then the issue is put beyond any doubt. What is significant is that Mr. Skhosana was insisting on a meeting with any one of the other two recipients of the bribe. Ms. Jumat Peterson asked, open quotes, "How must I get them there if they have conditions?" Close quotes. To this, Mr. Skhosana replied, open quotes, "I'm ready for the condition," close quote. The discord occurred when Mr. Skhosana was angered by the rude behavior of Mr. Jantyi on the 4th of April 2023, when he ordered that I must be muted after having agreed that I must take the platform. He threatened to call the press conference and expose the entire scheme. Ms. Jumat Peterson discouraged him from doing so and warned that this would be bad for everyone. She also said, open quotes, "I am very sorry that you want to destroy me because of your anger." In May, and upon learning later about all these shocking revelations from Mr. Skhosana, I advised him to report the matter to the police. Thereafter, I proceeded to write a confidential letter to the Speaker of Parliament requesting an agent meeting so that I could blow the whistle on these large-scale corruption allegations within the institution, which she heads as the de facto CEO. She completely refused to meet me and referred me to the Ethics Committee instead. As if that was not bad enough, she went on to issue a media statement revealing my confidential and attempted protected disclosure of corruption without even giving me a warning. Such conduct violates everything we know about treating allegations of corruption against those who hold power over a whistleblower. It encourages victimization. As a result of the above, on the 5th of June 2023, I lodged two separate complaints with the Ethics Committee. The first complaint is against the three members of Parliament named above for extortion, bribery, and corruption allegations. The second complaint is against the Speaker for her unlawful conduct described above. In addition, the WhatsApp messages have been shared with both the Ethics Committee and the Section 194 Committee in the context of Mr. Jantyi to recuse himself voluntarily from the chairpersonship and or membership of the said committee. On the deadline of 12 June 2023, Mr. Jantyi refused to recuse himself. This issue has since been referred to my personal attorneys to take up this matter with the courts. It is truly incredible that Mr. Jantyi, the ANC, DA, Freedom Front, Plus, IFP, and ACDP all insist that Mr. Jantyi should continue to chair the committee under these serious and tragic circumstances, and when he faces such allegations.